Hello, good afternoon. Let's see, it's a little after 2, and I thought I'd sneak on before AJ comes on. Um, I'm your plant-powered peddler, Janet, and I've lost a whole bunch of weight on this whole food thing. I got up to 199 and 3/4 and stopped weighing, and now this morning I weighed 108 after a one-day fast, but usually I'm around between 110 and 115. So I tend to drop 5 pounds when I when I fast for 36 hours. So um, it doesn't last. So today I get to eat again. So for this morning at breakfast, I had a heavy metal detox smoothie bowl. Hi, Gina. Oh, cool. Hi, Jesse. I thought I'd sneak on here before. Is Chef AJ coming on today at 3, or was that a different day she was talking about? Her and Zena and Pam and you, Jesse. Hi, Jean. So I was saying for breakfast I had, well, first of all, when I first woke up, well, I didn't sleep much last night, but, it's tomorrow. Okay. Oh, I don't even have to worry about it then. Okay, Gina. Well, at least I get you for a few minutes. Christmas Day. Isn't that fun? That'll be fun to see those guys. So I had the lemon juice when I first got up, and that tasted so good. And then I had the celery juice, and that was delicious. Everything's so delicious after you haven't eaten for a day. And then eventually we had breakfast, and I like to do the heavy metal detox, but I do it in a smoothie bowl form. So I blend some of it, and then I chop up some of it. So I've got some chewing and some kind of like it's like a blueberry oatmeal. But there's no oatmeal in it. But I had some oat groats, so I put a couple spoonfuls of the oat groats in it and sprinkled some cinnamon and nutmeg. Oh, it's very good. Had some kiwi, banana. I guess it was just kiwi and banana as the fruit. But in it is more banana and blueberry and cilantro and an orange. Sometimes I do half the orange in and half the orange I chop up and have some chewy with the orange too. So that was good. And then for lunch, we just had lunch, and it was a Japanese sweet potato, and I steamed up some green beans, broccoli, and green beans, broccoli, and something else. Oh, Brussels sprouts. I always have to start with my Brussels sprouts. So yeah, Tina, I like doing that because it's not as cold, as slurping down the thing, and you get to chew a little. So it just seems like more, and I use a little spoon, and it's really fun. I make it fun. So, boy, my hair's getting long and out of control here. So let's see. Oh, and I also had a salad, and I put a little bit of pumpkin seeds on it. I'll try that for more iron. So I was looking up what is unspecified anemia, and all it is just when your hematocrit goes under 12. Or is it the hematocrit or the hemoglobin that's supposed to be higher than 12? And actually, in my blood test, it said, "Yes, Gina, I have a new Berkey." There it is, the Royal Berkey. I love it. I fill it a couple times a day, so I need to get Gina's strawberry or Jesse's strawberry. Okay, so you took me off task there. What was I saying? I can't remember. Somebody thinks of it and they want to know whatever it was I was talking about. Let me know. Got something in my throat. So for this afternoon, actually, I put together some broth. This time I made Anthony's healing broth in his Brain Saver book, and I just immersion blended it. And I thought I should go online and show you guys some of the stuff I'm doing. Oh yeah, I was talking about the blood test. The normal is 11.4 to something, and mine was 11.1. So that's all that means. So it could be iron. Who knows? Yes, Jean, probably iron. There's 4 types of anemia, and the other ones I don't even want to think about. So I'm just going to try to get some more beans and pumpkin seeds in my diet and see if that doesn't help. Another thing I found out is apples will actually block the absorption of iron, and I've been eating tons of apples, so that probably didn't help at all. I don't know how effective that is or how truthful. I don't know for sure, but I just as I was googling it, I saw that. So there's that, and then for tonight, I'm going to put together these zucchini pizza boats. Don't those look good? And I don't have cherry tomatoes, and I don't like olives, so I'm going to use mushrooms and garlic and the tomato sauce. And I don't even have any peppers. I really need to go shopping, but we realized that we could probably make it until Tuesday because we can't go tomorrow because it's Christmas. So we were just going to wait. Flaxseed too, Jean. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right, so I got to put this in something to cool. But that doesn't have to be this second. So let's bring down the zucchinis. Oh yeah, and I got to show you my sprouts. So I'll do that in case Trojan is on pins and needles. Look at these beauties. Look at those sprouts. They are ready. So, and this is day 5. I'm amazed. So there they are. These are the mung beans. And Jesse, look at these are the beluga black lentils. Don't they look great? So I can go ahead and harvest those. And then these are the broccoli sprouts, and I've stuck them in the window to get them nice and green. Let them now have their chlorophyll. You don't want to do that too soon because then they'll start degrading on you, but they just look gorgeous. So I'll be harvesting those too. And actually, we could do that. Let's see what we do here. So with these, I'll go ahead, and this is one thing I'm using a lot of water for, but I can just fill it back up again. Although I'm using my pot for veggies on the stove. So I'll do the mung beans because that's the ones that Trojan's most interested in. And it sounds like his are going well too. So I'm just going to cover this with water just to give them a rinse before I harvest them. Grab a strainer and then go ahead and take the top off because now I want them to go out. Oops. And there we go. There we have it. There they are. Beautiful. All right, so now I'll grab what I'm going to put them in. You could put them back in the jar if you wanted to. I'll probably stick them in here. I'm just going to get a paper towel. And I could, just need one for each one. And I could just let them drain there for a little bit. But for purposes of this, go ahead and stick them in here. There you have it. There's my broccoli sprouts. And I'll stick these on my salads. They got a little bit of crunch to them. Some flavor. They're really good. So that should help. I don't know if this is how much iron sprouts have. Does anybody know? The iron in mung bean sprouts. Where's my phone? I'm working on Steven's new tablet, getting that set up. And I'll bet my phone is over there helping me out. Oh, your connection to your old tablet was lost. I might have to. I wonder if Miguel going on the internet lost it, Stephen. I think I just lost Stephen's connection. I was using the smart switch, and they turned Wi-Fi off. But I'm hardwired, so I must have interfered with it. How much iron is in mung bean sprouts?
Here's information from nutritionandyou.com.
Iron, 6.75, 11%. Yay. Okay. Yay. We'll get those numbers normalized. No problem. I think I need to come down to the sunshine for more vitamin D. Okay. So I'll do the rest of that later, but at least we got one of those done. And here's my zucchini and summer squash boats. So what the first thing is to dig some of this squash out. And actually, I can use some of that squash for toppings too. We'll see here. So I guess you can scoop out as little or as much as you want. I just love the squash itself, so I'm not going to scoop out too much. And actually, I'll probably figure out a way to cook that on the side. So I love the day after fast because I'm there's no question that I'm hungry. And I'm really hoping to work on stopping when I'm not hungry. None of this, stopping when I'm stuffed. I just want to, I really like it when I'm not all stuffed. But I need to pay better attention when I'm eating. And this is really something that I want to work on. So if anybody wants to work on it with me, let me know. Because I really need support. It is such a habit for me. I mean, in my family, there were 5 of us. So my mom was just a tiny little thing, and she hated being in the kitchen. So her rule was you either have it now or you don't get anything. And so I learned to eat when I wasn't hungry because I was always afraid I wouldn't get any. And oh my gosh, it's such a habit. And now I can have it anytime I want. And I keep telling myself that, but that my brain just starts coming up with old sayings, like if you don't have it now, you're not going to get any. And you should eat before you're hungry, because if you are hungry and you're somewhere where you can't get food, which isn't true anymore, you can be in trouble. I mean, I'm always planning ahead, and I mean, if anybody's prepared, I am, over prepared. I always have plenty. And I can fast, so it doesn't even matter if I don't have food. So I gotta, I've got the food down straight now. I need to quiet that mind that just drives me crazy and says, just eat it till it's gone. Don't waste it. The kids in China are starving, so you need to eat that. You can't leave the table until you finish that. Okay, now the sauce. Is anybody making any comments? You too, Jean. Yeah, I got a hernia in my belly button. Okay, so the sauce is a half cup of tomato paste, which I've got right here. Oops. I'm dumping that on my computer. Hopefully I won't lose you as I try to wipe it off before it sinks into one of the crevasses. And then I've got thyme and oregano in there. All already measured out, and I don't have quite a cup, half a cup here, so hopefully it'll be enough. If not, I'll open up another one. But, you know, and you're right, I should just open it up and then freeze it, but I'm being spendthrifty. I love this tomato sauce. It's very expensive. Okay, and then raw honey, which I don't use, so I'm going to use dates. So I just blended these up. I stuck some dates in water and just stuck it in the NutriBullet. And how much is here? A teaspoon. So a nice teaspoon there. Okay. And a third of a cup of water. So I will go ahead and ask my Berkey for some water. Yeah, Jean, you sent me a list. Jean sent me a list. She was a wonderful help, reassuring. Jean and Jessie there, and Jennifer, and Gina. You guys all know. You've been around the block a few times, and you know I never even went to the doctor before I got insurance with Medicare, so I'm a newbie on this. But you know, of course, since I survived till I was 65 without the doctor, and because I worked in the medical field for 27 years and saw how they were pressured to market, and they were, you know, talked into being a business and managed by people that kept cutting back their time with the patient. And, you know, they've been corralled into this managed with medication. There's no such thing as cure. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is our sauce, and I think I'm going to put a little bit more in here. I got all this beautiful oregano. Hey, Jean, I got my leggings on that you sent me. They're so comfortable. I love them. Not that you sent me the link to. I wanted green, but green was going to take until January, and I already ordered the wrong pair from somewhere else, and they came all the way from China, and they said they were delivered. They never did show up. I thought, well, I just want to try some, so I'm not going to worry about it. So this oregano must be the first that I picked, and I wasn't quite sure what I was doing. I'm still not quite sure what I'm doing, but make sure there's no big sticks getting in there. I've lost my chat here. Wait a second. Oh, yes. Gina. Oh, okay. You too. Our healthcare system, they're just, you know, it's so interesting. They're just trained. Yeah. You know, people used to say, oh, we got to fix our healthcare system, you know, as far as Obamacare. And I'm like, no, we don't want to send more people there, because I knew what happened behind the scenes. I said, it's not the insurance that's broke. It's the darn medical system that's just been redirected. They're way off the mark. Yes, Jesse, we're programmed to prefer pleasure to pain. That is, and to conserve energy. So those three together, they really set us up. Okay, so make the pizza sauce. Divide the sauce between the zucchini halves and add different topping combinations to each. And that's it. So I am going to go ahead. And what would be the best thing? I guess we'll just do it like this. Can you see what I'm doing? You know, and some of them do mean well, but they're just so limited by what they can offer. So I'll put these guys down here like this. So is everybody ready for Christmas Eve? We don't do anything. So, yeah, and I know, Jesse, I know you don't either. So it's so easy because we don't do anything. Well, actually, my sister's going to make her butterbean soup, which we love. And then I'm going to make the mini apple pie tarts. Ooh, I got to do that today because Christmas is tomorrow. I suppose I could do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. It's so fun to be back in the kitchen. That's the one thing that's hard. It just feels so strange not having to be in the kitchen the day we fast. I mean, it's wonderful too because I get a break. Maybe that's why I never slept all night, because I wasn't busy in the kitchen all day, and it was too wet to be out in the yard. So I was behaving myself, but I also think it's because I don't know who it was that was talking about when you fast, your body releases adrenaline so that you'll have energy. Because in the old days, if you were hungry and you couldn't run around and gather something or chase down an animal, you were dead. Because you just get weaker and weaker. So I actually, just felt like I could go and go. I had a nap in the early evening, and then I just wasn't tired the whole rest of the night. So I was listening to podcasts and learning about the grounding method, where you get your body back to feeling healthy by going barefoot outside, which I used to live in my bare feet when I was a kid. But I my feet are weenies now. Even in the house, I'm always wearing slippers, but I've always got something on my feet. And even when I'm biking, I'm barefoot, but I've got sandals on, so I'm not touching the ground. A picture. You'll have to send me a pic. Laugh out loud. What? We love the animal version. Okay, I'm behind. Oh, the Christmas Carol. There's more here. Yes, people confuse health insurance with actual care, especially with Kaiser, because they're both. Jesse, you don't do anything. It's nice. Yeah. And Gina, you don't do anything. Oh, we're so alike. You'll watch an old Christmas classic movie. Oh, Holiday Inn. Oh, that's a good one. Or no, not Holiday Inn. I'm thinking of The Holiday, where Queen Latifah thinks that she's going to die, and she just goes all out and cashes in her inheritance and or her lifetime savings. She's just this lowly. What is she? Is she a clerk or an accountant or something? And yeah, she's in a store, and this other fella in the store, they're sweet on each other, but they're too shy to let each other know. And she takes off and goes to this incredible enchanted place way, in Europe, and just spends everything, and everybody's wondering, who is this? Who is this? So the animated version of the Christmas Carol, I'm assuming. Is that with Mr. Magoo? Oh, the snowman. Oh. The Holiday. Yeah. Oh, it's really cute. Very cute. Okay, so I'm going to do a few thinly sliced onion. So I need my cutting board. We've moved things around because of Stephen finishing up some things, and I'm still not used to the new place for things. And my knife. That's always in the same place, but I've been doing stuff, so I've got it somewhere. And I probably covered it up. Oh, I guess I washed it. I think it's called The Holiday. Queen Latifah. Look her up. Queen Latifah. I don't know if it's Christmas, but I know I saw it being advertised as a Christmas show. Oh, I got the wrong side of my chopping board. facing up. Okay. So, who was the doctor that said don't take off the papers on your onion that they're, oh, Dr. Weiss. But I'm sorry, but I'm going to take mine off. That you could put in your broth, but I like to just immersion blend my broth and use all of it. I put a jalapeno pepper in there. Steven says it's really hot because he tasted it. And I said, well, it's just the broth. You mix it in with other stuff, so it'll be fine when we go to use it. I hope. Okay, so thinly slice some onion. We'll toss that on like this. The tomato sauce smells so good. Oh, I could put pineapple on this too. I think I will. Isn't it fun how, you can have an empty refrigerator, but still find things that you can make. My twin brother is coming over from Wenatchee. He's actually over here. And we're going to go visit him tomorrow. And so that's always an interesting visit because he's, he's quite repetitive. But he'll carry on a conversation, like it's the first time he's talking to you. And he's a happy boy, like a lot of Alzheimer's people are, till they get to a certain point. When the dementia starts, it's a little bit tougher for them to. Although my older brother, he's nonverbal right now, and he's still able to just, he just sits there quietly. He doesn't talk. I know his wife was saying, make a fist, and he wasn't doing it, but he was trying to. You could see his hand was, doing this, but he couldn't do that. And so he's definitely getting to the end stages. He's in a nursing home now, thank goodness, because she's in her 80s and it's just way too much. He has just turned 70. So I would imagine the same. Well, I won't say that that's what's going to happen to my twin, but both of them had terrible diets. And so did I. So who knows what's going to happen with me. I'll just do the best I can while I can. I gotta get mushrooms. Mushrooms and pineapple. Ooh, these will be good. And maybe, I don't know if I should cook these now or wait. I'm going to wait till dinner, okay? Unless you guys are set on seeing them. I can send you a picture. Wash these. All right. So these are going to have to fit on the zucchinis. I used to watch all the Christmas shows, but I don't know. I don't know. I do like Christmas Carol. I do like the Magoo version, but boy, I haven't seen that one in ages. Is that one even available? I want to see if I can get that grounding book out of the library. Check it out. So here's what happened. I have a little group in Nextdoor, which is our local buy, sell, look for things, ask people, have you seen my dog? Does anybody have my mail? It got delivered to the wrong place and I don't recognize the front door. I just love Nextdoor. It's neighborhood things. So I started a little group because I told people there I was starting this pod, and then I was going to have a Facebook page, and just asked anybody next door, would you like to come? Because Facebook, people don't even live in town. Some of them, many of them, but I just love having. I share all my recipes, so anybody's welcome to join, and especially people who are interested in getting some ideas for these simple things. I mean, they just take something the next level up by combining them in this way. So people wrote me back. Some of them joined the Facebook page, and some of them said they don't do Facebook. And I thought, oh, shoot. Well, then I noticed you could create a page on Nextdoor. I'd never seen that before. And so that's what I did. So I started a group. And there's, like less than 25 people in the group. But I post all my videos there. And I always let them know when the next potluck is going to come. And I put it on the main site too, in case people don't know how to get to my group. I want anybody in Kitsap County who might be interested to feel free to come. So then I'm going to do a little bit of pineapple. And so a few gals, they keep saying they'd like to come, and they get busy, and they haven't actually made it to the potluck. But one of the gals called me and said, or texted me, or I can't remember how she did it, but she says, I'd love to meet you. You've done so much for the community. Well, not so much, but I'm trying to. I just keep showing up. And I said, great, let's meet. And of course, she wanted to meet downtown. I'm like, no, I don't. Especially this time of year, I just don't want to go down there. I just don't want to be surrounded by all the smells and the sights. And I'm a very visual smell. I got enough to deal with. I mean, this is a rest of my life thing. So I just know not to go there yet. I still feel a newbie in a lot of ways. And oh man, the smell of that stuff. Well, like you guys know, I mean, it never goes away. So I'm just being honest with myself. So anyway, I said, and plus, I'm working in the garden. I'm trying to do the YouTube thing. I'm working in the kitchen. I've got stuff on the computer. The day goes by really fast. And so, did I show you these garlics that one of my girlfriends gave me? They're these little garlics that grow in her garden, and I just love them. So I think they're nice size for these pizza boats. So what the heck? I'll wash the dirt off them. So she came over yesterday. And she's the one that was talking to me about this grounding and how it changed her life. And so last night when I couldn't sleep, I thought, well, I'm going to listen to that grounding. Then when she left, she texted me the video, which was great. And so I watched it a couple times last night. And I'm intrigued. And Jennifer knows about it, so I love going barefoot, so it'll be easy for me to implement as long as I get to somewhere warm. And I'm sure there's things you can buy to mimic it, but do it indoors for those of us living in the colder climates. But I'll try anything once, especially if it's non-invasive. I just don't want to do the invasive things. I mean, even drawing blood is, geez, they got to stick that needle into you. And I'm not going to do it unless I know, unless it makes sense to do it. And did I tell you I heard back from Baresh? And she said most likely it's because you're whole food plant-based that your numbers are low. So I think so too. Unfortunately, I have good friends who have been through this. And so it's certainly worth just waiting and seeing and doing another blood draw. I really like how some of you know more about, like the fact that blood draws, depending on the day and what you've eaten and what you've done, can be highly variable. So that is definitely good to know. Hey, Stephen, I lost internet on your books because I thought because I was hardwired that I'd be okay, but apparently that's what they were using. I don't know how they could, but they got disconnected. So I'll redo it as soon as I finish here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you can use your phone or?
Okay.
Okay. Poor kid. I know what it's like to be without. We're so used to having those. And I'm taking up both tablets because I'm trying to switch the information from his old tablet to his new tablet. I've got it all set up, but I'm going to need to get offline. See my boats? I figured to do pineapple, mushroom. I'm going to do some garlics. I got a little onion on there. I thought I'd wait and cook them before dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll be fresher then.
Yeah. All right. The only thing is with these little garlics, they take a little bit more to peel, but that's okay. I'm not going to peel all these. I'll just do a couple here. Boy, wasn't Kelly's lasagna beautiful this morning? Oh my gosh, that woman can cook. I wish I lived back in Colorado. I'd go see her for sure. She's such a sweetie. She's in Denver, Jean. Do you go see her? How many of these do you think I should use? I'll start with these 4. Chop it up small. Spread it around. They are pretty tiny though. Oh, what am I doing, Gina? Ta-da! That's so funny that I forgot to use it. I think I'm going to need more. See, hi, see. I got to catch up. Charlie Brown Christmas. Jesse, that is so true. I am always washing dishes. Gina, you got them all? Peanuts, Rudolph, Grinch. Yep, I used to have all those. I like the South Park Christmas story, Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh. Oh, I don't even know that one. Does your husband like your cooking? Sometimes he'll have what I make. Jesse, I remember now you saying that before he doesn't know what he's missing. I know, do get salads in him. Well, that's good. That's a good start. You're being a good example, Jean. Mia's bites make blood tests seem like nothing. Oh, yeah, Mia looks like she's serious. Can't walk barefoot too much. Oh, yeah, you don't have to walk. You can just sit and have your feet in the ground And I think he suggests about 30 minutes, but I need to get the book. Yeah, I wear Crocs too. See, buying a good knife for Christmas. I do not have a good one to cut through veggies. Oh, you got to have it. And he's, oh, geez, I don't know. We've got, where'd we get these knives, honey? Probably at the Goodwill. In fact, a cheap knife that we used to have was the best knife. We loved that knife, but we finally wore it out. Ooh, butternut squash version. Ooh, the sweet potato lasagna is even better. And I made that zucchini lasagna, and that was really good from the Cleanse to Heal book. So Jessie says hers were generic too, got decades ago. We keep them well sharpened. That's the secret, I think. Holiday with Jack Black is fun. Is that, what's his name, Brad Pitt? I really love walking barefoot, although as I've gotten older, I need to wear socks for warmth. Oh, yeah, you and me both. Jessie, A Perfect Holiday with Queen Latifah. Oof, was such a cute movie. I might watch that one. Jean says he won't drink my smoothies. Not yet, but you've just gotten back on track, Jean. So he's watching. He's watching. You just keep doing what you're doing. He won't be able to stand it. You two have been together too long. Okay, so I'm just putting some garlic on each one of these. Yum. And you just can't have too much. I love this garlic cruncher. So nice. I think this will be plenty. This was a gift from Gina, sweetie pie. I'll tell you. You feel truly loved when somebody sends you a gift out of nowhere. But I love you all, so please don't take that as a hint or anything. I don't need anything. You can see how full my kitchen is. Not that any of you were thinking that, but I just hope you weren't. Plus, I don't want new people to think that you got to buy me something in order to watch my videos. Oh, yeah. In fact, people wonder, do I make money? No. I'm retired. My money-making days are over. I just do this because it's just so much fun. And I want to see if Kitsap County get on board. Why not? Oh, and you know what? Basil. Do I put basil on after? Yes. Sprinkle it with fresh basil. So once I cook them, I'll sprinkle them with fresh basil. Compare the zucchini boat pizzas versus the potato boats. I know. No. Chef AJ's pizza with a hash brown crust. Oh, that sounds awesome. I want that. Is that in Ultimates? There's still a lot of recipes in 7 Secrets to Ultimate Weight Loss. Okay, so this is what we're going to have tonight for dinner with probably some soup. So I am just going to set it aside because it's 10 to 3 already, and I'll probably start cooking it, later tonight. So the nice thing about vegetables, you can set them out, and they're fine. I mean, look at how we dehydrate things for hours. So nice thick socks make walking on our oak floors comfortable. Yeah, I've got a couple pairs of slippers. I got the deer forms from Costco because they're so reasonably priced. And then we were at the co-op in Mount Vernon, and there was $40 ones on sale for $10. So I grabbed those. Those are my fluffy ones. Yes, warm, sunny, sandy beaches are heaven to walk on. I know. No. Woo-hoo. Well, we were up at 2 a.m. doing our Let's Go South talk. So it might happen. I said, well, I'll tell you what, if we get up on the 1st and we decide we want to pack up and go, we'll do it. And then I'll figure out where we're going to stay. So, because it'll depend, like even the route, it'll depend on what the weather is as to how to get down there. We might have to go along the coast. But we can't do that the whole way because the Big Sur is just a mess. So we won't be able to go through that way, but maybe we can use the coast like to get around the Siskiyous if there's a bunch of snow up there. So we'll see. Yes, Jesse, that's the way. Well, actually, they don't have to be very wide. Like my walking shoes are nice and firm, but usually I wear sandals all the time. Yes, Colorado. Flip-flops, or what's the other one? Birkenstocks with thick socks. How far south? I know. The thing is Stevie's there, and he's not much of a go meet new people. So, we would start out. Whoops, I'm getting stuff on my face. That we would start out, and I would see if he was in the mood. He really has to be in the mood. He's an introvert, and so you know how with introverts your energy is taxed when you're having to present yourself to other people. Whereas the extrovert in me thinks it's great, although it does wear me out too because I'm both part extrovert and introvert. So I think I got stuff in my teeth. Sorry, guys. I hope it's not too obnoxious. Good. Yes, that's the thing. Guys they're roosters. We're hens. We like gathering. Yes, I know you do, and he likes you too. It's just, I've lived with this man for 35 years, and I do not try to plan things that are going to irritate him because then it's no fun. It's just easier to go with the flow. So we'll see, because even I know better than to try to plan something because he might tomorrow say, I don't want to go. So yes, introvert and energy expense is so true. Thanks for understanding. Thanks, Gina. I would love to come and stop and visit, but I love traveling. He and I travel so well together. Richard, you're supposed to be on Steven's side. How am I going to trick him? I'm not going to trick him. I'm going to say, hey, are you up to visiting? Because sometimes he is. I never know. He's totally unpredictable. Oh, Gina. Gina, I don't know. I think you're both, because you disappear for long periods of time, and like the potato resale, Janine Elder, she does that too. She'll just disappear, and same kind of thing. She's got Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and she just runs out of energy and feels low and gets depressed, and she just, same thing. She just doesn't feel social. But true extroverts, we're social. I've learned to be more introverted living with Steven, and I love it now. So I like either one. Yeah, that's great. He'll love to hear that. Okay, Gina, if you say so. We'll see. Okay, yeah, Jesse. I mean, it's not to say that when we know someone, we don't talk and have a wonderful time. Yes, yes. I don't think it's weird to be a combination. I think we're a combination of everything, but we're more, we identify ourselves more as one than the other. Yeah, I've bicycled to Big Sur 3 times, Jean, and it's so beautiful. Gina is an extrovert. Okay, okay. Yeah, that would be really hard to run the Big Sur. It's hard to ride the Big Sur, except with my e-bike. Sometimes my face muscles hurt from smiling. I hear you, Jesse. You guys are so fun. Oh, Steven's in the shower. How about that? Well, he couldn't use his tablet, so now he's getting cleaned up. Well, that's kind of good. But I'll get off pretty quick here so that I can get his everything up and running. You know, he's so mellow now. Hang in there, girls. He used to be he would get so mad so fast and be miserable. And now it's like, okay. I just love it. And I think I've come more towards the middle too. Like both of us have mellowed living together. I mean, you got to when you live with somebody that many years. Yeah, and we just have so much fun now. How many miles of the Big Sur did you run, Jean? Did you do the whole thing? Oh, you're going to hit the shower too, Gina? Don't hit that beautiful shower. You just got finished. The testosterone is definitely lower, Gina. That is so, so true. Yeah. It is so gorgeous in the Big Sur. Oh my gosh. I would ride it again in a second if they get it put together again. But they've had additional slides besides the big one. So I don't know. But we are going to ride down as far as Eugene in June, which is the Oregon coast is just gorgeous to go down, especially on a bicycle. And when you do it before school lets out, you're not tortured by traffic. So that's what we're going to do. And then in July, we might try again to do that ride across the North Cascades Highway that we had to cancel this last August because there was so much, everything was on fire. You couldn't even, the roads were closed. So we couldn't do it. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. And that's the end of my mung bean sprouts. So probably the next thing I'm going to do is just more recipes in the book here. Capitola. Oh, we went through Capitola. Yeah. So many beautiful areas. Oh, there are, Gina. I just love the whole Pacific Coast trip. Hey, you guys are distracting me. And I love it. Jan, as always, thank you for brightening our day. Mwah. Thank you for brightening mine. And see you next time. Have a wonderful evening. Have a very nice Christmas. I probably won't be on tomorrow since AJ is going to be on a couple of times. And I'll keep the airwaves quiet. Or maybe I will, because you guys can always do the replay if you don't want to come on tomorrow. We'll see what else I got going. If it's a nice day, I'd like to get out in the yard again. So especially if we leave for a while. Okay. Have a great holiday.